Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this evening's episode of Exalted, Gehenna's Rising. Please be aware that views that are put forth in this podcast are not those of the players or the game weaver himself. Viewer discretion is highly advised.
And Skaven can get in the bin.
And there are no Skaven in this world.
That's where they live.
No, let's not be hasty. That writes me into a corner.
No, stop it. No more Skavens, right? Skaven's done now.
Yep, of course.
Pretty sure there's an entire lupine, basically a werewolf clan that are mostly rats. But that's not the point. Let us move on.
That's right, correct.
Who wants to do the recap?
I will do the recap. Because I'm the one with the notes, because I doubt these two have any notes. I prove my point.
I'm okay,
And-
I don't remember these things.
Right. On the last episode of Exalted, we started off with Kai and Alyssa still in bed in Alyssa's log cabin, catching up on the past 4 years, essentially. And there was a lot of talking that was going on about stuff that has happened, stuff that should happen, blah, blah, blah. And then Joseph turned up back at the front door, covered in blood and very confused. Joseph wasn't being Joseph. Once the door was actually opened, Alyssa could smell fire in the distance, so she changed into her lion form and headed off into the night to basically see what was going on, because she gathered it was something to do with the town. And obviously since Joseph and Caleb had gone down there, and only Joseph come back, she was a bit concerned. But as she was running out, something shot Alyssa. And when Kai and Joseph came across Alyssa in the snow, there was a huge needle in her back, much like a tranquilizer dart. Kai then ran off to find, or try and find Caleb, whilst Joseph stayed with Alyssa, and when she stirred, she regened what little damage had been done to her through Joseph's blood that he fed her. Which Alyssa is not too pleased about, because Alyssa does not like being fed anyone's blood because of pasts. And when Alyssa finally got down to the town, she saw that it was on fire. Between Kai and Alyssa, they deducted that 6 people had entered the town but not left. So they decided to head back to the cabin because they were a bit concerned that someone had used the town as a distraction to get stuff out of the cabin. Not that there was anything in there, but still, that's her home. And when they got there, they found that somebody had cased the joint, and there were size 12 to 13 boot prints. Boots that look very military-like, so to speak. Knowing that where they were wasn't safe anymore, the group decided to flee to the glacial highway. They walked for quite some time, and then Joseph obviously needed to sleep because he is a kindred, and so when the sun came up it was nap time. And Kai and Alyssa took turns doing watch. Now, while Alyssa was doing her watch, Arlo did his usual taunting in her head, because he hadn't had the chance to do it in about 4 or 5 years, so he was getting the most out of it, and it made Alyssa start questioning a lot of stuff. So she did what she did best, and she ran the fuck away, because she was doubting everything that was happening, and the fear and mistrust started to guide her back into her, flight form, essentially. When Kai and Joseph both woke up, they realised that she wasn't there, and they discussed a few things. Joseph then used his powers to try and find Alyssa, and when he did, he was seeing some stuff which I'll not go into great detail, but let's just say there's a city covered in webs. And then the boys headed off to find Alyssa. As they were going through towards a town, Joseph swears he saw somebody in a sewer pipe, and for a brief moment he did. And then they disappeared because Alyssa does not like being found, and so she engaged her stealth mode. But Kai is really fast, and so he caught up to Alyssa. And then they ended up talking again because Alyssa is a shit. And there was a lot of talking. There was an explanation of Disney for some reason, which confused Alyssa. Joseph tried to quieten Arlo inside Alyssa's mind, which obviously did not go well because Alyssa doesn't like people in her mind. So she went full Luna rage mode and she shouted that she won't be used again. Which then triggered Joseph and he kind of went back to being weird again. There's a lot that I'm not going to divulge into that one. So once Alyssa kind of was like, no, I don't want you near me, please go away, time stopped for everyone bar Kai and Alyssa, and somehow Arlo was stood before them. And he tells Kai that he's a tit, and that, you know, Alyssa needs to stop basically doubting everything and just accept that, yes, she's going to be betrayed, things are going to happen, but, you know, everything is happening for a reason. A reason she's not 100% sure about, but it has been hinted that the Book of Nod has a prophecy in, which might link to Alyssa, which she's not exactly happy about. Once again, Kai had a chat with Arlo, and Arlo was basically like, you're making me look like the good guy. That's worrying. Once that was all done, Kai stopped Joseph from leaving, and the party then decided to leave the sewer. And that's where we left off.
All right. So, Lawkeeper, do we have a date or a day?
Do you know what?
Anything like that?
We don't, because when we actually started the game again, we just had 2024, and that's all we have because nobody has actually tried to investigate the date as of yet. All we know is it's 2024.
That's fine. Basically, it means that as the day effectively the night effectively comes round. You have to forgive me, I'm so hyped up on people being awake during the day, which is ironic. As the next night comes rolling around, you all slowly come to consciousness. Joseph, would you make me a rouse check, please? Excellent. You do not gain any hunger. So,
I think I'm on hunger 2, though, from last game.
yes, I believe that is the case. But it doesn't get any worse is the important part. So, you have been resting outside of the sewer pipe. You've managed to find yourself a nice little thicket with a couple of trees just off of the glacial highway that is secure. Mostly due, as I remember last time, some level of worry about the potential of being down in a sewer with Nosferatu. So, having stepped outside, the first person awake is probably going to be Alyssa. Okay, you're not very used to sleeping during the day. The majority of your movement has been now through the day due to your nature as a solar exalted. But you're not incapable of operating at night. It's just a bit weird to you. So, as you all come to consciousness, bit of a small clearing, large trees here, there, everywhere, pine fresh scent. Everything's freezing cold. What does everyone want to do?
Is this straight after last night? Yeah, so was yesterday the last game we played?
I'm going to take the assumption that what has happened is you have all re-met up, and there has at least been the point in time of convincing to camp together, at least for tonight. So just to basically speed us along with what would basically be the same conversation that you would probably take an hour over.
Thank you. Just so I know whose mindset to be in and what memories to remember.
Yes, it is very much Joe's mindset. It is not Mary's.
Thank you.
So, what's everyone doing? Again, you're the first one to wake up, Alyssa.
First thing I'm gonna do is basically check the surrounding areas, not too far, still within like eye shot of the group, just to make sure that there's nothing in the area. Perhaps maybe smell out to see if there's any potential game in the area so that we can eat.
Okay. Bear with me a few minutes. Apparently, Fantasy Grounds has decided, in its infinite wisdom, that it's now going to have some sort of a weird attack, and doesn't seem to want to open anyone's character sheets for
That
me.
sounds about right.
So, can I get a perception and awareness roll, please?
Mm-hmm.
3 successes. There are bits of small game. You might find a rabbit here and there. There's not really that much in the way of general game, mostly due to how it is you're traveling. It's normally an open road, and while it's been a couple of years since it's been probably used properly, it takes some time to burn that memory effectively out of an entire ecosystem. So things tend to avoid areas like that. But if you spent a bit of time, you could probably go hunting and grab something to eat.
Yeah. I will be doing that.
All right. You then somewhat leave the scene, and a little bit later, Joseph wakes up as the night truly sets. I think you were going to say something, Phil, but I didn't hear it.
So I keep forgetting I've got push to talk on.
Beautiful.
Just basically out opening my eyes and have a look around, see what's going on around me.
As you come to consciousness, you can see Malachi, who's in the processes of stirring to somewhat try and wake up. No sign of Alyssa.
Oh, Kai, wake up. I think she's gone
Huh?
again.
Oh.
Maybe we need to get a bell on her or something.
Bell. Really?
Okay, maybe a lot of bells. She's quite sneaky.
She could quite easily just take the bells off. There's no point putting bells on anyone, really, is there?
That's a very good point. Maybe we should super glue them on.
I don't think supergluing bells to Alyssa is going to...
Good point. I don't have any super glue. Where would you find super glue nowadays?
Nowhere around here.
Maybe we got tree sap.
I don't... Look, we're not going ahead with this, so I don't see any point in continuing along that line of thought.
It's a very good point, Kai. We should not use tree sap. She might be allergic and get a rash.
Yeah, we don't want him to get a rash. But I'm going to look around the area and see what's going on.
It's relatively quiet. There's no real sounds out there. After a small while, you hear this crunching of something coming down, possibly part of a tree, but nothing that would facilitate something large knocking it down. It's probably just natural decay and rebirth. Yeah, you definitely can't currently see Alyssa.
No.
Make me a perception and awareness roll.
These
There we go. They're D12s.
Good.
2 successes. You can see there is a level of familiarity to at least the disappearance and the fact that there are some tracks being left. I'm taking the assumption that you haven't left any sort of instructions as the fact you are leaving there, Alyssa.
Nope.
But you do get the distinct impression that probably just gone hunting.
right.
It's if she comes back that's the trick.
Yep. I don't know where she's gone, but I don't think she wants us following her around anyway. So
Kai,
yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
And I know that we're like best friends now, and best friends ask each other questions. So I've got a question, and it's more of like an intimate best friend question. So I'm just going to ask it.
Go ask the question, please.
So you and Alyssa did the thing that people do when they really like each other a lot, and they go with that. And it's been a while since you've done that, and now she keeps disappearing to do little trips. Are you guys like having some kind of couple fight thing?
No,
So why are you not doing the thing?
because you don't have to do that all the time.
Oh. Also, I'm getting hungry.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything you can eat around here.
Well, that's true, kinda. You know.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm fine. We're friends. I'd never, attack you and eat you or anything. But that's what I wouldn't do. But sometimes when you really, really want a burger, and that voice in the back of the head says, "Have the burger." You can say no for a while. But then sometimes the voice in the head says, "You really want a burger." And I just don't want to get to the stage where I want a burger so much that I jump over the counter and start eating the burger before the person behind the counter serves.
Joseph, you don't want
Yeah.
a burger. Trust me, you don't want this burger. This is not a burger you want.
Well, like I said, I don't want to have the burger yet. You like a chicken burger, and I want a cheeseburger.
I would honestly advise against having the burger, and that's not just from my safety point of view.
But like I said, I'm fine now, and eventually it might get to the stage where I really, really want that burger so much I kind of forget to say.
What you're saying is we need to find another place to have a burger.
Eventually, yeah, maybe if I just do good and don't throw my amazing mind powers around, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't use too many of your mind powers if you're feeling hungry. I remember when I got mind powers.
Exactly. So we shouldn't eat that because we might get a burger. And we don't want a burger yet. We need to go to McDonald's first to get the burger.
Yeah, you need to go to a restaurant to get your burger.
Exactly.
I'm not
At
a
this
restaurant.
point in time, I'd like to point out we are not sponsored by McDonald's. There's no reason for that name drop. Although I really want a burger now, so thanks, guys.
Other restaurants are available.
I think there's a KFC around here.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how far we are from civilization right now.
Well, I don't actually really want chicken. I'm just using the metaphor for people. Remember that? I mean,
I'm also using the metaphor for people, which is why I say civilization.
I'm getting lost in my metaphors. It's getting complicated now.
That's okay. I wouldn't worry yourself too much about it. We'll find a place for you to have a burger. All right.
Where's Alyssa going? Alyssa would be really nice with her turn because this is, conversations making me think about food, and that's not a good way to go. We need a distraction, a good distraction.
Well, I mean,
at this point in time, Alyssa, you returned a single solid rabbit in your jaws. Also, as a line, which I don't know if Joe's seen yet.
Hmm?
I don't remember Joseph being around when Alyssa's transformed. What I do remember... Oh, no, wait, no.
Yes,
He was.
Very first.
Yep.
Yep.
Very first day, yep.
Yep.
So there's a white lion comes padding back into the clearing with a rabbit in its jaws.
Hey, how was Nani, Alyssa?
Narnia?
I just shoot Joseph a look.
That bad. I can imagine.
Yeah. That wardrobe.
I don't suppose you saw any burger places where you was out there hunting, Alyssa, like a McDonald's or Wimpy's. I'd even go for Burger King right now.
I just give the listener the look of despair of Joseph, and then back to Joseph looking just with a smile. We'll
Once
find a
again, I
place-
feel it is the GM's duty to inform you we're not sponsored by any goddamn restaurants. Can we stop name dropping them, please?
For my commissions!
You don't have any commissions, shut up.
Also, once again, the GM's hungry. Stop doing this.
We could probably see if we could, I don't know, stop by undisclosed barbecue location number 5.
Oh dear.
I just dropped the rabbit out of my mouth.
It's not a particularly big bunny. It's probably enough to feed maybe a person or ration out for 2.
Yep.
It does have a mad look of shock on its face from a lion having jumped it.
Yep. And I will.
Whoa, 1 second, Alyssa. 1 second. Don't you think it's a bit cruel eating that? I mean, look at it. It's a bit innocent. You don't really want to eat that. I mean, have a heart.
Again, a shake of my head as I turn around and walk into a bush to change back.
Joseph,
Yeah?
you said you're hungry.
Yeah?
We get hungry too.
Yeah, but I don't kill what I eat.
No. Unless you're really hungry.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Because remember, we're not jumping over and eating the cashier for the burger. Remember, not doing that.
No, let's not.
But you're about to eat someone's pet fluffy rabbit. What would Deirdre say, Kai? What would Deirdre say about her pet rabbit?
It's nobody's pet rabbit. We're in the wilderness.
How do you know? Maybe they escaped.
Escaped all the way here into the middle of the woods. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Anyway.
You come back into the scene having managed to transform.
Yeah. I'm gonna cook this.
Don't do it, Alyssa. Maybe we could just get some trees and you guys can eat like soup of leaves and twigs.
We're not eating trees, Joseph.
No. I'm gonna defur and skin this, and then I'm gonna cook it.
It's become second nature over the last 4 years. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Thanks. Once I have skinned it and everything, I'm gonna start a small fire. Contained fire.
Deirdre.
And yeah, we're gonna skewer that rabbit and cook it by the fire.
Joseph.
Yeah.
That's an open fire.
I start walking away as soon as I see the 5 sticks being put together. I imagine this has become a thing now.
Yeah, you. There's just some intrinsic part of you that decides that maybe being stood around the fire for a vampire is not a great idea. That same intrinsic part of you also is kind of worried at the fact that the repeated mentioning of creating soup out of leaves might have one of them throw you on it.
That's a good point. No, Kai would never do that to me. He's my best friend. But Alyssa might. I'm saying this out loud within hearing distance, by the way.
Oh, okay. This is actually your vocalized thought
Yep.
process.
I
Well, what are
mean,
you talking about, Joseph?
Eat your rabbits and have lots of fun eating rabbits that taste better than, cannibalizing kindred.
Cannibalizing kindred.
I mean, my skin would probably make you ill, and my muscles definitely would.
Yeah, but I wouldn't eat you.
yeah.
That's because you're my best friend.
Yeah,
Listen, Mike, though.
the eating of kindred is not a thing that we do.
So you have tried it then?
Well, once upon a time, surprisingly,
Yeah.
What?
self-defense.
I mean,
Guys, look over there. Something distracting.
in my defense, the guy was a dick.
But no, seriously, look over there. There's something coming out of the bush.
No.
No.
It's really big and scary,
No.
and has horns.
No.
Damn it, you're too good for me at this.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to hide so you can eat me.
We're not
not
gonna
gonna
eat
eat you.
you.
That's what you say now.
Do you seriously think we took you all the way out here to eat you?
No.
You think if we were going to eat
Six
you, we
success on
would
stealth
eat you
check.
maybe 3 nights ago?
Joseph, do me a favour, make me a perception awareness roll.
Certainly. So I'll do 3 normal and then 2 hunger.
Yep,
So non-hunger,
Oh dear.
1.
hunger,
2.
2.
1 with 10.
Fine.
Well,
You cannot. You have not beaten its successors. It's fine. Carry on.
Who was he fretting about being eaten? Ignore that, sorry.
Random. Look, we're just
I
gonna
hereby ignore it.
eat this rabbit and then we're gonna move on, okay?
Okay, so what about the scary spiders and the ninja Nosferatu?
Okay, I don't know about the ninja Nosferatu.
I told you about it in the sewers.
yeah, it's it. Nosferatu tend to stay in the sewers
Yeah.
mostly.
Explain more on the spiders, please.
Do you maybe want to write this down, so I don't have to keep saying it over and over again?
No, it's fine. I have a mental filing cabinet in my head. It's huge.
I have one of those too. Do you have like a seat and you sometimes listen to classical music in there?
Surprisingly, yes. Maybe not the classical music bit, but yes, surprisingly I do.
Can I have a look?
I remember that room.
Yes, you will remember that room actually, Kai. Joseph, no, purely because it's already occupied by one person. I don't really want my mind occupied by 2 people at once.
He's really nice. I like talking to him.
Really?
He was really nice to me.
And anyway, spiders, please explain more detail because I have a worrying feeling I know exactly what this is, but for the sake of, being sure, explain.
Okay. Let me remember. Right, so Kai was really worried because you had gone running off doing your ring away thing like you did, but you don't do it anymore.
Okay, Joseph, make this short, just the spider bit.
Oh, okay. So there's a city of spiders, and they're all getting ready for the furry thing running towards it, which was you. And sorry, I can remember because everything I think about is you put me in soup.
Do you remember what the spiders look like?
They had 8 legs.
That's okay. never
And
mind.
would taste better in soup than I do.
Okay, that's
Bible?
not what I was thinking of, but
Spider soup, no. Joseph soup, also no.
no,
I could try and make it happen again.
no. I think I have an idea of what the spiders are, and I really hope I'm wrong.
They're
But
friends of yours.
no, they are definitely not friends. Hey Kai, do you remember the Fomori that we fought?
Bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's them and Pentax. because,
Yeah.
well,
I-
I haven't heard
I
anything
remember
from them, and something tells me they're not just going to go down when Gehenna goes down.
But didn't we kill that spider?
We might have killed that one, and I'm saying killed very loosely here, because I'm pretty sure we didn't actually kill it. But I have a feeling that there are more of those, considering, you know, we fought that one, and then the one that kidnapped you.
Right, so if you're travelling towards the city of spiders,
I really
Does
hope
that-
I'm not.
You're really close. Remember, you were really close to the city.
I really do not want to go towards that city, unless... Nope. Even if the Book of Nod was in there, I wouldn't go. I'd say sod it.
But there might be a burger joint there, so we could eat.
What is your fascination with burger joints?
Well, not really burgers. They're people that.
There is a rumble of thunder as the weather starts to shift.
Oh, bloody hell.
I didn't bring a brolly.
Okay, well, we can either do one or two things. We can either assess how bad this storm is going to be and continue moving, or we can try and find some shelter and wait it out.
Which do you want to do?
Well, I was asking the group.
I don't really mind storms. I find them quite calming, but I don't think that flashes of lightning are going to be good for Joseph.
Why would I not? Why? I don't mind lightning. It's quite, I bet it's really pretty.
Yeah, but what happens when lightning hits something?
Same thing that happens to everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, I will stand for many things in this game, but quoting X-Men is not on the cards.
No total.
20 ag damage.
I mean, to be fair, Alyssa doesn't know what that is. So, ha!
Don't hide behind Alyssa's ignorance.
I can hide behind Alyssa's ignorance. That's what I'm going to do.
Hold on.
So, I suppose the more important question is Joseph, do you want to continue going out?
Yeah, I've just thought I've never actually seen a thunder and lightning storm. I might be interested.
Okay, well,
Weirdly, actually, Joseph, for the last 4 years, no, you haven't.
No, I really fancy seeing one. Actually, let's go see a thunderstorm.
would Alyssa also be like, hang on, I haven't seen a thunderstorm in 4 years, or
Roll me a intelligence check.
just intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hutu. 2 success.
You know, now you mention it, no. The nature of how Gehenna took about and the ripping open of the ground basically disrupted most of the water cycle. Rain does occur, but you've not seen a thunderstorm. Not for about 4 years. But then again, that might just be the fact that you've been high up a mountain and, well, the majority of stuff there you get is snowstorms and blizzards.
Okay.
Have
Wait.
I seen?
Intermittently.
Yeah.
But this doesn't... Something about this feels weird.
Okay.
Okay, if we're all aware that it feels weird, then I'm pretty sure we'd all be on a level of God here.
Yep.
Well, that makes the lightning bolt that fires out at Alyssa even more of a thing you're prepared for then.
Great. Dodge.
Are you quicker than lightning?
I don't know, we'll find out!
It is very, very frightening.
I have 4 successes
Okay.
off of just the initial base roll. I would like a dex and dodge, please.
Right.
So that would be dex and athletics.
Dex and athletics, so that puts me at 7.
7.
So here's 5. There's my 4, so that's even, and then here's my other 2, which is another 1. So
Yep.
that's 5.
You are fast.
Okay.
But he's got more dice to roll, I think.
Well, no, for the initial, but the user is going to spend 3 essence and roll 4 more.
Wanker.
For another 3 successes. So there's this crack of thunder, and it's weird. You can see the build-up of the lightning first. Lightning doesn't charge, lightning just strikes.
Yeah.
You have just about enough time to say that's not naught before there is a huge bolt that streaks out of the sky straight towards Alyssa, cracking you dead in the chest.
Oof.
It's going to do... 2 points of aggravated damage, and it's going to launch you across the clearing into the nearest tree.
As I get launched, all you hear is fuck.
Holy
So that's what thunderstorms like.
The remaining people standing can feel an earthquake slowly starting to build.
I swear to God, what the hell is
There is a
attacking?
rumbling.
what?
Also, Joseph, I need you to make me a Rostrek check.
Oh, what?
Certainly.
Fire Frenzy.
Oh,
Yep.
Most of the grounds it's starting to get weirdly warm, and you see the fire that's still crackling in the middle start to shift and move like it's starting to form into something.
okay.
So
Well,
generally, it's common sense check just as much.
okay, so we're either fighting a mage or possibly an exalted.
3 successes.
3 successes. You hold yourself back. You're a bit more fascinated than anything else at the sudden shift. You can see that this fire is now starting to form. After a small moment, it dips forward round. The tip of it seems to elongate and pulse into that of a weird sort of crocodile-esque head that opens wide with 2 weird blue eyes where the heat intensifies. It just looks around at the group.
Thunder is very, very different than it says in the books.
I'm gonna pull my gun.
There is a roar. There is a slight low roaring from the flame that, in a guttural voice, says, "Targets acquired."
No, bugger off.
Kai, the thunder saying weird thing.
Malachi, you haven't ever seen them. These, as far as you thought, were possibly a bit of a myth. But the wild hunt is upon you.
Oh no! Damn it! They got their shit together.
They got their shit
There
together.
are dragon-blooded in the area.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was thinking. Dragon blooded.
Yeah.
There are at least 3. 1 fire, 1 air, 1 earth. At least.
Okay.
Bulgar. I'm just gonna put wild hunt.
Can I see if I can just get a lock on where the lightning came from?
The lightning came from directly above. It was called down like a bolt from the heavens. It wasn't directly aimed from any one person.
Okay. So the only target that I have is that crocodile head.
Is the dragon in the flames, yes.
The dragon in the flames. So it's not actually a person, it's just flamey dragon.
It is a manifestation of fire, yes.
Right, so shooting it's not going to do anything.
Well, you're welcome to try.
I guess I would imagine that shooting it with normal bullets won't do anything. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 essence to shoot a solar spike at it.
Okay, you sort of level your gun, and the very tip of it starts to glow gold before this blast of just golden energy lances between gun and fireplace. The fireplace goes up in an explosion. It just dissipates. The flame sort of winking out in multiple directions. A couple of the embers catch onto bits of grassland and shrub, and start to slowly smoulder and burn, and then unnaturally for the level of cold and damp start to take light, possibly like they're being manipulated. You get the impression the area you're in is about to turn to a forest fire.
Mm-hmm.
Moving swiftly away from all the burnable trees.
Yeah, I reckon it's about time to hightail it out of here.
Agreed.
Alyssa, you have managed to recover your ass and are now stood up, nursing the scorch mark on your chest.
Yep. Stealth.
I didn't catch what you said there.
Stealth.
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 Then would you roll? Would you roll your stealth and your wits, please?
7. Oh. Well.
That's
Right.
well.
6, 6.
Okay, that was it.
6 successes in total
Mm-hmm.
from the 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi, Joseph, Alyssa has gone.
I sit in my head and go, and then unseen passages and walk and run.
Okay. Roll me a rouse check, Joseph.
Oof.
I'm getting hungry.
You
Ooh.
can feel the beast not only urging you to get out of here, but to find something to stick your fangs in, because it's getting close to dinner time.
I'm sure there's a restaurant around the corner.
Malachi, what are you doing?
Where
Because
the
you've
hell-
just seen Joseph fade away.
And Alyssa has disappeared.
Yep.
Oh.
So currently you are the sole focus for the entire of the Wild Hunt squad.
I guess activate lightning speed and try and run away from where I can. I don't know if I can.
All right.
Where they are.
Well, they themselves managed to have a decent stealth check earlier on when Joseph was pointing out that there's something scary in the bushes. And since none of you were falling for that,
Oh. Damn it.
you deliberately didn't look.
I was a Malkavian. Oh god.
I'm not going to lie. I smiled. But they've had enough time to get into some level of position. So as you turn to run and move at lightning speed, we're going to see if the wood dragonblood manages to trip your ass up. Make me an athletics and dexterity roll, Kai.
Okie dokie.
Oof.
And then
Was that all of them?
nope.
That's a bonus.
4.
Okay, you manage to equal theirs, which in the case of defense winning, you just see out of nowhere this sort of weird cracking sound as the vine springs out of one of the bushes and tries to wrap around your feet. You instinctively do a sort of half forward roll to get out of the way and then just hit the blur.
Yep.
You start running in our direction. Alyssa, you see Malachi vanish.
Yep.
In a sudden blur of speed. You've already seen Joseph go, and
Yep.
Joseph, you can also see Malachi vanish in a blur of speed. All three of you are successfully separated.
Good plan, everyone. Good plan.
Well done. You split the party real well. Good job.
Yep. And now the hunt begins.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun.
This was all part of your plan.
Oh.
I mean, I never have a plan. Clearly. Anyway, what directions are people heading in? What are you looking for as a point of safety? Are you just going to keep running until the next night, or are you going to try and find somewhere to hole up? Are you going to, in some way, shape, or form, try and bunker down and fight back? What is your plan?
I'd like to get into the sewers.
You're heading back for the sewers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy and fair enough. You can know the way very easily. Joseph?
My plan is just hope for obfuscate and just watch and try and figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay. And Alyssa?
Blip, 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 blip. I am going to. I'm gonna remain hidden and also try and figure out where they are.
So, Alyssa and Joseph, you both remain in a hidden sort of sneaking state.
Yeah.
Malachi, you come streaking off towards the sewers on your solo.
Mm-hmm.
I will deal with you in a moment.
Fantastic.
Alyssa, Joseph, you see coming out of the general bushes what appears to be 7 or so men and women. The first thing you notice about Jade is that, well, weirdly, they have jade weapons. They're carrying what look like a set of spears, reds, blacks, blues, greens, and white, which represent the elemental colours.
Yeah.
The one carrying the white spear is a particularly large, almost wall of a man. The one with the red spear, dainty but much more volatile looking woman. The one with the black spear is sullen, almost shrouded male. The one with the blue spear is a much more lilted, airy gentleman. Looks like he's almost floating around rather than anything else. Just seemed the older of the bunch, though. And the one with the green spear is a red-headed woman who is looking around almost like she's in command. They're all dressed in military gear, so basically standard tactical stuff. No emphasis on coloration there. But they are definitely carrying magical weapons. You can almost taste the essence coming off of them.
Do any of them look like they have
there
size 12 to 13 boots?
Weirdly, they do look like they have particularly large military-style boots. There are 2 more that are following up behind. Both of them seem more nondescript. They don't carry actual jade weaponry. They do, however, are packing particularly large machine guns.
Oof.
You would estimate them to be the sort of machine gun that is close to a 50 cal than it is anything else. They are literally underslinging large tank-based machine guns.
Yeah.
If they let off a burst, they'd probably be sawing trees down. It's probably why they're carrying them.
Mm.
They are looking amongst themselves and trying to search around. None of them are communicating via voice. They're all making hand signals. And in 1 or 2 of the cases, pulling funny faces at what some of the others are indicating.
Okay, once I've basically seen how many there are and what they're wielding, I'm gonna hightail it out of there because I am not stupid enough to try and take on that many Dragon Exalted.
What about you, Joseph?
I'm going to use my heightened senses to increase my. I haven't got heightened senses. Bugger. No, bugger. Wrong aspect skills I've got. I'm going to watch and see what they do.
1 or 2 of them are moving around like trackers. They're basically studying the area, looking for the footprints. They don't look like they're particularly in a rush, even though they have just seen the sole exalted member of your party turn into a basically bolt of gold energy and leg it. You do see them making motions off in that direction. A couple of them seem to be just sort of scouting the area out. The two with the guns are just sweeping back and forth with their vision, like they're waiting for the first thing to chew into pieces. After a while, the five just kind of nod amongst themselves and start heading roughly in the direction of where Malachi left towards.
I'm going to follow the hunters to my friends.
All right. Malachi.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take long to get to the entrance of the sewer.
Yep.
You get the feeling of pursuit,
Mm-hmm.
although it's more lazy.
Right.
They're not even playing with their food. They're just stalking their food.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine they'd make great vampires. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
You're at the entrance to the.
They're following me.
Yep. That you get the impression that they are. You just have a feeling that they're following.
Okay. I'm going to go back in, try and find the passage where we saw that Nosferatu.
Okay. So you head into the foul-smelling open sewer pipe.
Yep.
And start weaving and winding your way around it. After probably about 5 minutes, you get to the passageway where you saw the Nosferatu.
Yep.
And it's not there anymore. The entire passageway. It
What?
looks like it's been sealed over.
The passageway has been sealed.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the construction's been done for about 2 years.
Huh? Okay. I'm fairly sure that wasn't there earlier, and that there is some sort of obfuscate illusion going on. I'd like to try and walk through the sealed wall.
Malachi walks up to the wall, walks into the wall,
It's a
rubs
wall.
his nose.
It's a wall.
It's a wall.
Okay. That's ridiculous. Just looking at it like, how was this not here earlier?
As you turn around, you see another passage has just appeared. It literally wasn't there 2 seconds ago.
I'm gonna walk in towards that passage, I guess.
You start walking towards that passage. It's just another version of the sewer tunnel. It's just open. Seems to be heading towards, as you're taking the assumption from having walked in here, probably close towards the heart of the city.
The heart of the city.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
Okay, you head into that tunnel.
Yep.
After a moment, you feel the air on the back of your neck stop.
Alright. I'm gonna look around.
There's no way back.
What? Literally nothing. I'm just sealed in here.
There is a wall.
I'm gonna say, hey. I saw you earlier. I'm not here to hurt you. I know of your kind. I know what you are. And I'm seeking sanctuary. That's all. And I'm just going to look around the room.
There's a bit of an echo around you of your own voice before it's reflected back in your own voice. Little daydrop out of the sunlight and into the dark. You come looking for sanctuary here. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Who are you?
You hear your voice echo around, saying, "Who are you?" repeatedly, before, almost as though something steals it, it regurgitates it back to you. You hear, "I don't have a name."
What are you?
You don't even hear your own echo. There's just dead silence. Make me a intelligence and occult roll.
Okay.
Two successes.
Yeah.
This seems weirdly familiar.
Right.
Bonus points if you can tell me where.
Well, it's a labyrinth, and it's most certainly passages opening in front of me, but not behind. But behind me. I'm going to go with the Devil's Grave.
I mean, it's not the first time you've run off into a cave on your own, is it?
No, it's not.
Didn't think you'd fall for it twice.
Fall for it, yeah. Okay.
You literally have that slight moment of, wait a minute, am I doing this again? Oh shit, I'm doing this again.
Fantastic.
Alyssa.
Yep.
What are you doing at this point in time? Just
Uh,
running towards...
I am. Yeah, I've hightailed it away from the dragon blooded because I'm just stealthed. The likely chances is they'd find me eventually if I followed them. So I am at a brisk pace behind, backwards.
Well, you do know the sewer pipe is in that direction, but you also know that if you carried down the glacial highway, though it's a little more open, you would end up in town.
Yeah. Wait, which town? Just a town.
Do you not remember the direction you were heading before? University of
University
of Alaska,
Alaska. Yes, sorry.
that kind of area.
Yes.
So basically, you're heading towards. If I can just bring my quick map up, Juneau.
Yeah.
Who now?
So basically, yeah. So you're for those who need the re-reference, I'll place it into here.
Ah, yes. So part of me would actually try to go find Kai, but I don't know which direction he went in, do I?
No, but you are an animal and you have the ability to scent track.
That's
You've done
true.
it before more than once.
Yeah, that's true. In that case, I would like to blood scent for Guy.
It's something that you have had a lot of practice with. He's headed back towards the sewers.
Fantastic. I guess I'm going that way then.
Okay. You start heading towards the open portion of the sewer. There's the trickling sound of water being just expelled out of it and into what's effectively part of the bay. You enter in, slip past the the bars that try to block off most sewers, and head into the storm part. It looks awfully familiar, but it's here where you lose the scent.
Fantastic. Could I perhaps change my form, please?
Okay, what are you changing it to?
I would like to change to a rat.
Okay. You shift and twist your body until eventually you are a small rat. I swear to God, one of you motherfuckers opens up with Skaven. I will shoot all of you.
I mean, I would not, for obvious reasons.
I wasn't talking to you. It was one of the others. They were getting ready. I could feel it.
Don't read Discord. Don't read Discord.
No. No, don't tell me you did. Oh, God.
There, fucking called it. So you shift into a rat. Almost.
Oh.
Why did the one who was the closest to the guns have to say it is what I want to know. Resisting your cheese for the cheese god urges, you start scurrying through the pipe up one of the basically the maintenance sort of ledges on either side that you could walk up and down. We'll get back to you in a second.
Cool.
Joseph, you get shot 12 times. What are you doing, Joseph? These guys have started fanning out.
Since I've been watching them for a few minutes now, have I pretty much got an idea of who the main tracker is?
You would estimate that the main tracker is probably the person who is also leading this. It is the red-haired woman.
I should try and stick closer to her and then follow her.
Okay. The rest have fanned out. They've moved off in multiple different directions. Actually, no. No, it would have been the gentleman with the white spear, the big guy, because he would literally be tracking through Earth Tremor. You can follow him, though, if you want.
I follow the scary with the staff and the ability that I have no idea what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You do see him put his hand down every so often. There's a sort of weird ripple in the ground, like the ground is made mostly of liquid. It just seems to expand outwards in almost imperceptible little tremors that you'd not pick up unless you were supernatural. If he has a discipline, he's using something you have no idea what it could possibly be.
My Malkavian curiosity is starting to take advantage of me, but I shall follow quietly.
He separates himself away, starts wandering off in a direction. Would you do me a favour?
Yes.
Would you go back over everything I've just said and tell me where the problem is?
If he can detect the earth, he can detect my footsteps following him.
Yeah, he can.
Start backing away.
You see him turn around very slowly and just sort of smile.
Cloud
His
memory!
head just tilts.
Cloud memory! As soon as his eyes match mine, cloud memory.
You will have to drop obfuscate to do that.
He already knows I'm there. And he's left. He's
He does.
left his friend.
He does, his friends don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why separated?
They're not that far separated.
Oh, do you have... No, you don't have that escape.
No, I'm not like, okay.
You can't just make him be quiet. Oh, he's using hand signals.
Say that one again, you were echoing a little.
I said, he's using hand signals. Never mind.
I've said it meant
Yep.
to done it, cloud memory.
All right. You lock gaze with his and begin to make the attempt to cloud his memory. I will roll a select amount of dice. Would you roll your pool?
He's not a human, is
He is not, thus can resist.
Just
I
so
believe it's dominate. I think it's dominate and charisma. Yeah.
I've got such a good charisma.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I have a pool of 3. I'll use a will. I will use. I will burn to get to a pool of 4. Now hunger
You get
4.
really hungry. Yep.
So in fact, all 4. I'm gonna roll all 4 dice because that's my hunger.
Yeah. 3 successes.
Three successes. Defense wins.
Okay.
You buy yourself maybe 2 seconds as he kind of like takes a moment to shrug it off.
2 seconds of running.
You're just gonna leg it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I have got nothing. I am not a fighty character.
Where are you heading?
The way he was originally going before he separated.
Okay. As you bolt and run, thankfully, an earth dragon-blooded is not the fastest thing on the planet. Weirdly, they're slow and ponderous. They just hit like a mountain. You manage to outpace him quick enough. You can start to feel heat from behind you, as the one who is fast would be the fire. You manage to see the entrance to these sewers.
Go straight for it.
You head into the sewer.
As soon as I'm in the sewer and I'm in some darkness, even though I've got bloody hunger for unseen passage.
Well, as you are entering into the darkness, you turn around. There's no entrance to the sewer anymore.
Oh,
Which is confusing.
very confused.
Alyssa, most of this has been happening simultaneously, so you're basically just at the edge of the corner when you see Joseph come running in. But as you do, it's weird. You watch reality almost bend, and the door deletes itself.
There is a shout of "fuck" from me, but I imagine it comes out as "sweet."
Yeah, basically. Joseph, you managed to hear a living creature in here squeak. Would you roll me a willpower check?
I hope it's not some strange rat man that live underground.
That would be terrible.
Did you beat your hunger?
Okay, which one the other? No, because I've got hunger 4, and that was 3 successes.
Rat would take the edge off it.
But rats are cute and nice.
Not at hunger 4, they're not.
I still have control.
No, with a
Do I?
willpower check, you don't.
Okay. Here, ratty, ratty, ratty. Here, ratty, ratty, ratty.
Well,
Alyssa?
the minute that looks like it's going somewhere I don't want, I'm obviously going to transform back.
That might not help right now.
It would. For me,
There's
it
a
would.
lot more blood. There's a lot more blood in that than there was in the rat.
Yeah, but the rat can't knock him out. Alyssa can. It's either that or I stay as a rat and I just continue to scurry into a small part where he can't get me. Which is also an option.
Which option are you taking?
I am going to attempt to scurry away to find somewhere where he can't get me. And if it looks like I'm not going to find anything, then I am going to transform.
Okay.
Remember, I've not seen you, I've heard you.
You round a corner relatively quickly. You pursue on scent alone, Joseph. Because, you know, you're not a high enough generation that rat blood doesn't do anything. But it's weird. After a couple of passageways, you can't find which way the rat went.
Damn it,
Specifically,
Splinter.
it looks like whatever they've done to this place is a permanent thing, because there was a way you came from that you can't find. The way that rat was gone apparently has disappeared, but there is a new passage that's appeared off to your left.
That's curious. And obviously no way bad. So thus I shall go down that way instead. Yes, good plan. Good.
Alyssa, you lose track of Joseph after maybe 2 minutes worth of trying to scurry.
Mm.
You also lose track of the way you came in.
Yep.
Which is confusing.
Yep.
There is, however, a whole new pathway that leads off in one direction.
A whole new world.
A whole new world.
Well, I guess I'm going that way. In stealth.
Malachi,
Yep.
having basically the mental catch-up of all of this, what do you do?
I think the mental catch up.
Yeah, so now you know roughly the problem. You know kind of what's going on.
Kind of.
Well, it can't be exactly the same, right?
No.
Right? Area filled with spiders. That'd be
Area.
weird.
That would be weird. Are you the Fomori living down here?
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
You hear your voice shattered 1,000 times over
Right.
in an echoed laughter. No, we are not Fomori. We are greater. We are more. We serve her.
Ah. Her. Got it. Well, I guess she wants me back.
She has seen your exploits. She has seen the exploits of all of your kin. She has made you into being. She now would take you back.
I understand. Is she sure she doesn't want to take her little pet up instead?
There is quiet, mostly on the grounds that you get the impression they don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know. Oh no. Oh. Out of character. Are these Anasazi instead?
Anyway, moving on.
and the person they're speaking of is Queen Anasaza. Whatever, however you pronounce it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good guess.
Yeah.
I had a different assumption.
I know you did.
Yep.
Who did you think it was?
What, me?
Mm.
The lady in the ring appears?
Yeah, no.
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 Okay.
Thankful.
Thankful.
If you want me to introduce a rat ogre, I will.
No.
It'll be the last thing Joseph sees, but I'll introduce it.
Just no.
So what are you doing, Malachi?
What area am I in right now? Is it literally just 4 walls and nothing?
There is a long corridor off in the distance in front of you. Where you have come from is now a brick wall. There is a way, or there is the option of staying still.
These are my options. Keep going. I'll figure out who.
As you progress down the corridor, you hear the sound of gunfire in the distance, of people being bullets ripping through people, and really bad music. Well, not bad music, just almost, shall we say, it's like a dubstep repeat of Nine Inch Nails' Closer.
Oh my god, yes.
Right.
You've heard it before.
Dubstep version of 9 Inch Nails.
Everywhere feels warm, almost uncomfortably warm. The further down the tunnel you get.
Ah. Velvet. Don't think my memories
I'm not saying it isn't.
music.
You hear the sound of someone scurrying through the halls, followed by a bunch of people. A very familiar voice saying, "This way." It's male, and he's long dead.
Yep.
Can't see him though. All you're seeing is the corridor.
Okay, using my own memories against me. That's original. I keep walking.
I understand. Joseph, you have a long corridor in front of you.
Well, this is a nice corridor. Let's just keep walking and see what happens.
Do you keep walking? Yeah, I keep walking. Do you keep walking? Yeah.
There is what appears to be the sounds of battle echoing around you.
Oh my.
Someone in a rage. Sounds like they're ripping into something.
Don't think I want to go this way anymore.
Do you stop?
Does it get louder the more I walk?
I mean, it keeps to a relatively constant volume, and it's sort of just playing in the distance like an echo. You're pretty sure you can hear crying amid rage-filled screams.
Oh, hello? Are you okay?
There's the sound of a heavy weapon impacting onto stuff. Someone sounds like they're making large amounts of quick footwork. while this other one seems to be chasing them in a rage.
Blink twice if you're okay.
You're pretty sure you hear the word sorry.
Okay, I'm coming in. I'm really dangerous and a really good fighter, so don't be up to any mission. Walk forward.
Everything goes silent. You can carry on, but there was just that weird sort of, almost like a radio play playing out in the background.
I don't think this is very funny.
Alyssa, you have a corridor in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you wish to follow it down?
Well, I'm gonna guess I can't exactly go backwards, so gonna have
No one's tried.
That is a good point. Maybe I should try and go backwards then.
You want to try?
Yes.
How do you want to do it? There's a wall in front of you.
Well, the only way I could reasonably get through a wall is to barge my way through it with brute strength, which I can't really do as a rat.
That is accurate.
So I guess I'm gonna have to transform into my war form to do it.
As you transform, you can hear the sounds of a scuffle. Sounds like someone performing actions of hand-to-hand combat off in the distance behind you.
Okay. Moving
You've
on.
transformed into your war form.
I'm gonna attempt to smash the wall down.
Roll me a strength and athletics check.
Strength and athletics. So strength would be 8.
Yep.
Athletics is 3. So we'll do. What did I just say? 8, 3, 11. God, I can't count. Where's my one missing dice? 10. There's 2 10s there, so.
Mm-hmm. So 6 successes.
Yep.
You draw your fist back and start pounding into the wall. Parts of it seem to crack and break and sort of chip away. Definitely more than your average mortal could perform. You keep sort of pounding against it, but you're getting the impression this is either against some sort of back bedrock or some level of unassailable stone until that last punch where it basically smashes a hole in.
Okay.
All you can see inside the hole is darkness. You think there's another corridor that way. And then you hear someone in your ear whisper, "Do I look like the face of fucking mercy to you?"
And in my head, I just go, that's weird hearing your voice, not in my head, but actually out here, Arlo.
Wait, what?
Oh, did you not hear that? Was that just me? Ooh, intriguing.
Hear what?
Oh, I just heard, "Do I look like the face of fucking mercy?" Do you remember that line? You know, before you crucified me and Kai in a church, and you know desecrated the church, stabbed Excalibur into the plinth at the front, and basically corrupt the living shit out of it. Do you remember that time? Good time.
I mean, if you're going to play over my greatest hits, I'll... I was proud of my work at the time. I'm sorry. No, that's a lie, I'm not.
No, I know you're not. But what's amusing is somebody is trying to get into my head by using your voice. Hate to tell them, but no one does it as good as you do.
Aww, that's so nice. Thank you.
How do you feel about descending into darkness?
Hold on a sec. You see Arlo just sort of feel him sort of expand out in your mind, look around. And as he retreats back in, he seems incredibly panicked. Can we not and say we didn't?
What's wrong? Scared?
Yeah, you're in the labyrinth.
Yeah, I know that. You don't
So
want to go
you're
into
not scared?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm terrified. But at the same time, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? I lose a body? Oh, no, wait. You do you. Oh, no, wait, that's the thing that could happen. Oblivion.
That's a good point. I'm not quite ready for Oblivion just yet.
Listen, I'm following along on whichever direction you pick, literally out of a lack of choice. So, okay, Turkey, you fly it.
Well, going off the fact that you are actually scared of going down there, I'm actually going to take that as, yeah, maybe we shouldn't go down there.
I'm glad we have this understanding relationship now.
Me too. Shall we continue, traversing the labyrinth then? Going forwards.
It sounds delightful.
Doesn't it just?
Do you mind if I just hide behind the couch here and pull up some pillows and do this like it's a proper scary movie?
I mean, if you're doing it for comedic effect, by all means go ahead. If you're doing it because you are legitimately scared, grow a pair, you pussy.
Column A, column B.
Wow. This should be fun.
Yeah, have fun with it. You can see a couch form in your mind, and a version of Arlo hides behind the pillows, sort of watching out of your vision like it's some sort of scary movie where he's screaming at somebody to, "Don't go in there! Don't go in there!"
And in my mind, I just plop a wooden sign down in front of that saying, "Lair of the Pussy." And then I head forward. Not into the darkness behind me, just forward.
As you head forward, you see him pull out a red marker and just write Slayer underneath. Malachi. Are you still carrying on forward?
I mean, there isn't a backward, so.
I mean, there is. We've just established that just no one's tried yet.
No one's tried yet.
Well, Alyssa just found a way back. Admittedly, you can't see that, but
Nope.
that wall is just a wall.
Yeah, but what's on the no?
There we go then. So,
I can't
heading
go
forward. Eventually, your footsteps take you up and out of the water, and basically the grey water, onto a set of stairs that are stone, look like they've been concrete poured. And this no longer looks like a sewer passage, it looks like some sort of bunker. As you turn around, just to look back, just to see if anything's changed in that direction, you can see that the path has changed, and now Joseph's in it. Also, Joseph, you can now see Malachi.
Hi.
Hi, Kai.
I didn't expect it. What are you doing in here?
Did you just murder lots of people in a murderous rage?
I don't remember murdering lots of people in a rage.
But that's not a no.
No, I haven't.
Kai,
Yeah.
I can see the veins in your neck throbbing.
Why?
They look really, really nice. Like a burger with extra ketchup.
I told you don't want the burger.
It looks really good. Like, really, really good.
Don't try to have the burger.
I don't want to, but it's like they've got gherkins on and everything.
It was that point in time everyone realised Joseph was a gherkin man.
I love gherkins.
Or just now.
No.
All your gherkins are belonging to me.
I shall remember that the next time we find ourselves in Undistinct Burger Joint 2.
Mm.
But Kai, it's like I want to open you up and see the toy inside of this Happy Meal because I'm really hungry.
I mean, I wouldn't take it directly out of me, and I'm not. No, I
These
don't.
are just metaphors because I want to eat your brains.
I understand what you're saying, and I'd like to respectfully decline.
I would want to respectfully decline offering, but I don't think I have much choice much longer.
Well, you know those weirdos that were chasing us? When we get out of here, we'll eat them.
Oh, you don't want to. You don't want to. They're all weird and special and can move the earth.
Yeah. Why does that make them less tasty?
Don't know. Thinking is hard right now. Because I just want burger and maybe some chips, but no salad. I just want meat, just raw bloody meat.
So I heard a voice.
At this point in time, Alyssa has managed to enter into the scene, hearing all of that statement.
Oh god, it's a double.
And because
burger.
you've managed to successfully make your GM hungry, we're going to call a break there. You have all somewhat reconvened in this bunker-like tunnel. You have no idea how you've all ended up here in your own specific ways, because it didn't seem like this was headed that sort of way. But as you've ascended the stairs, it's like Malachi's always been in that corridor. And Joseph's always been in that corridor to Alyssa. You all can recognise the fact that while there is something going on here, it's potentially in some sort of weird temporal physics.
Right.
Oh no! It's like a double beef burger, and there's two of you, and extra sauce, and extra sauce.
No.
I'm just gonna stand behind Joseph in my towering form.
So much
Oh,
meat.
a whopper!
That is a Big Mac.
I love the secret sauce on the Big Mac.
I'll give you secret.
You don't want the secret sauce.
I think it's the only thing I want from the burger is the sauce.
We can find you some sauce. Maybe you'd fancy a nice hot dog instead.
I've never really liked hot dogs that much. They're just not as yeah. Oh, sorry. So the metaphor. We're doing the metaphor again. Oh, sorry. I got lost track in the meat men.
Fine. Don't worry about it. We've just got to find our way out of here, and you need to not eat any of us.
Yes, I would really not like to eat any of you, but I seriously think any second now I might just break down and start eating your ankles or something.
I put a pawed hand on his shoulders.
I don't want to do it. I just like I keep saying, it might happen.
I've told you don't want the burger. If you go for the burger after this point, then it's not really my fault what the sauce does.
Carry on.
Like I keep saying, I don't want to eat the burger or the hot dog or even the side fries or the salad unless it's on my own choice and things aren't done badly.
How about we carry on down this tunnel, we go find undisclosed burger place number 2.
What's wrong with number 1?
Oh, I really hate the undisclosed burger place number 1. They never get my order right.
Okay, number 2 it is then. Because first the worst, second the best, right?
Yeah.
But
It's
Thursday's a dirty
it's almost
donkey.
like they hire a load of. Just no one knows what they're doing, and the ice machine's always broken.
Why would you want ice on your burger, though?
No, I don't want ice on my burger. I want a milkshake.
Oh, I never got a chance to have a milkshake when I was alive.
Can you
No.
can you believe this, Arlo? They're talking about fucking burgers.
Arlo is still sat on his couch with his pillow in front of his face. Actually, it's more down his lap now as he's just sat there thinking, I'm not going to lie, it's just making me really hungry.
Well, you can't eat.
I can eat
That
if I
doesn't
want to. I
stop
just
me
don't want to
getting
eat right now.
hungry.
Well, you made a life choice, so do it.
Yes, I made a life choice. Me, entirely on my own.
Well, nobody else put you in here.
Literally starts pointing out of effectively your eye sockets towards Malachi.
He didn't put you in here.
He made me the man I am today.
I mean, I feel like you made you the man you are today. And I'm using man as a very loose term.
I feel offended.
And so you should.
And I feel that an apology is in order.
I'll think about it.
No, you won't. I'm up here. Your brain sign-ups haven't fired in 4 years.
I'm just going to imagine a bowl of popcorn. And then I'm just going to hand, even if there's nothing in my hands, I'm just going to hand it to him and go, here, here's a bowl of popcorn. Shut up.
He takes it quite happily and just puts a piece into his mouth. Your offering is accepted.
Good enough.
And then sort of like curls up like a cat on the couch.
Would his lordship like a blankie as well?
His lordship would most enjoy a blankie.
Right.
Yes, thank you.
And I imagine a blanket on top of him.
He wraps it closer.
It's times like this I really want to be in your head for a second, Alyssa.
I just stare at you. Because I can't talk, so.
But you have that weird look in your eyes that makes me think there's something fun going on in there.
I shake my head.
Well, bugger.
Can we keep going down this tunnel, or like try and find a way out so we can get to Undisclosed Burger Place number 2?
Yeah, in fact, I'd even set up for number 3 at this point.
I mean, even a number 3 would be a godsend right now.
Amen.
I lightly push on Joseph's back, indicating. Let's
I'm
go there.
going. Don't get your tail in a twist.
You start down the pathway, and after about maybe 5 feet, 10 feet, Joseph, you start getting the horribly strong scent of blood.
Guys,
Yes.
I can smell sauce, like so much sauce right now, and I think my stomach's grumbling.
I sniff the air.
There is a definite smell of blood. It seems mixed in with cleaning products and some other sort of weird chemicals.
Maybe there's some spare.
I mean, I guess it's preferable to eating us. I don't know what's around that corner.
Actually, Alyssa, you're basically not quite extending all of your senses out, but I imagine your hearing's pretty good from here, yeah?
Yeah.
Make me a perception and awareness roll.
Perception and awareness. 5 whole dice. I can't really hear or see anything.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, it is.
Literally the first sort of intake of any kind of breath just leaves you sort of sneezing like something stuck in your nose. Your ear, you basically are just too focused on that for the moment.
Wow, a war form lion having a sneezing fit.
Are you all right over there?
Is she allergic to sauce?
Bless you.
This corridor
Bless
seems
you.
to continue on for quite some time, possibly another 100, 200 feet, but as you can see in the distance, about 60 feet down, there seems to be a door off to the left in the side of the wall.
Is there still a path straight on, or is it just the door off to the left?
The path continues then for an additional about maybe 140 feet, but that's about where the end of your effective dark vision would end.
Okay. I'll get to the door and put my ear to it.
All right, you can walk up to the door. Everyone else following?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joseph, that smell of blood is behind this door, and it is intense.
Maybe we should hurry up and make the order because I'm ready to eat like right now.
Okay. Can I hear anything behind the door? Should I roll?
No, it's okay. You managed to hear some things.
Okay.
Beep. 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 Beep.
But,
Beep.
guys, it's beeping behind the door.
Maybe it's the
Sounds
microwave.
like a life monitor, or at least a selection of life monitors.
Right.
Alyssa tilts her head for a second, and there's kind of like almost like a light bulb behind the eyes as she kind of thinks of something.
Yep. Is it about 9 or 10 life monitors?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like about 9 or 10 life monitors. Joseph,
Joseph is currently dancing from one foot to the other like someone was really bursting to do something.
yeah, Joseph. I once had a really good buffet. And it sounds like there might be another buffet behind this door. So I'm going to count to 3. And I guess enjoy the buffet. 1, 2, 3. Open the door.
As Joseph runs into the void, empty room and falls 1,000 feet.
Oh no!
Bye, Joseph.
That doesn't happen. But that would have been amazing.
What?
That does not actually happen.
Okay.
Sorry, that's tickled me. That has just the thought of that. You open the door, and inside there are multiple people laid out on beds. Men, women, children, all with their heart monitors hooked up to them. Some sort of weird chemical smell in the air. Joseph, you dive onto the nearest one. Are you taking its life?
God no, Joseph would never do that.
A hunger 4.
How much are you taking then?
Enough to get. I'm going to take 2 points from 2 bodies, so it doesn't do permanent damage.
You basically bounce between them, drinking your fill. After a few moments, you can feel the raging in the back of your head just sort of die down to a dull niggle.
Oh. That's the spot.
I poke my head around the door. Joseph, are you done?
I'm so very happy right now, Kai.
Yeah. I guess. Good job there. You did better than I did.
Who are all these people?
I wish I could tell you. I really do.
Should we help them?
There's the sound of a dull thud, a crackling as lights start to come on in the tunnel. And you hear the sound of footfalls at the end of it.
Is that the universe telling us to do it, you think, there, Kai?
Telling to do what?
Help these people
What, the thudding in the distance?
and the lights.
I doubt it. I don't think we can help these people.
But we left the village, so we let them all die. So surely we should help these people.
Look, sometimes you can't help people.
And sometimes you should try.
Look, I know who these people are. Well, I don't know who they are, but I know what they are, and I know that can't unhook them without them dying.
Well, let me check something. I want to see what they think.
There is someone approaching.
Share the senses. Can I look into their head and see what they're dreaming?
Okay. You you place your hand onto one of them and sort of descend slowly into a completely dreamless void. These things look like they're being kept away from REM sleep.
I'll come back. I'm like, oh, I said I need to do a rouse check for that. So
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you're right.
Kai, that's not nice where they're at. We need to stop it.
Yep. Are you a doctor?
There is the
Actually,
sound now of high-heeled footprints coming this way.
Are there any machines nearby?
There are multiple of the machines nearby.
I want to do a science check to try and figure out how to rouse them.
Is everyone else just standing in the corridor?
I'm keeping a lookout
Yeah. I'm going to keep a
Well,
lookout in the other direction.
because I can hear the footprints.
Yes, you probably guess that they're maybe 100 feet away. They'll come into visual view in the next 10 feet.
Okay, so we have a long corridor and the room that we're in, yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
So the position that they're coming from, I would like to take point and aim, I guess. Just to about where
Okay.
head height would be as they round the corner, and if I see who they are, I'd just like to see who they are really before I take action.
All right. You see a shadow around the corner. The lights themselves have sort of started blinking on, but they're not particularly great down here. Looking at the end of the corner, you just see a silhouette that kind of looks over your direction.
Just a silhouette.
Takes a couple of steps forward to try and get a better view.
Does it look like Elizabeth?
Places its hand down at its side. Are you gonna just watch it do this?
I'm
And it
looking
doesn't
at where
look like particularly anything at the moment. It looks like a silhouette.
and it's putting its hand down by its side.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna watch and see if it pulls anything out of its pocket, and if it looks like a gun, I'm gonna try to shoot to disarm.
It pulls something up, places it to its ear. Really slowly, like it's seen something like a spider in the room and is just acting really carefully.
I'd like to move forward and stop them.
You'd like to move forward and stop them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second you move in their direction, they turn and run. Back the way they came.
I give chase.
All right.
Using willpower.
You, in your massive lion form, go tearing down the corridor as this thing turns and runs away. What's everyone else doing?
Seeing that Alyssa has run down the corridor, I'm gonna get up to the next turning intake point.
Okay, so you're following behind to take it up to the turning, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a set of stairs that goes upwards. And Alyssa, you've just rounded the corner to see the same thing before bolting up after. There's a single door. It's a very familiar door.
I guess I opened the door.
You find yourself on the ground floor of a very, very familiar building. All around you is opulence. You can hear the sound of water in the distance from possibly the swimming pools. You definitely hear the sounds of someone running away, trying to head upstairs. And a familiar voice calling out for some people. What were their names again? Oh yeah, Alyssa and Arlo.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say Alyssa would be kind of like, the fuck?
You're pretty sure you know who the person who ran away was as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you managed to interrupt her sneaking some food this time.
Hey. Good job, mate.
What's everyone else doing downstairs after this? You've recognised where you are now, Malachi.
Where I am.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Well, you recognise the door. You've been down into this basement a few times now in your life.
Yep. Oh, yeah. The whole thing is, yep, the basement from Eaton Hall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would go up the stairs, so I don't know what's going out the other direction. None of this is real. So, yeah, up the stairs I go after Alyssa.
All right, you pursue up the stairs. What's Joseph doing?
So I did some rolls and I used a willpower to reroll some dice. I got 3 successes on sciencing all the technology.
It is reasonably easy to disconnect these people. They will not survive the procedure.
I start disconnecting them. It's better than the limbo that they're in now.
Okay. You start disconnecting them. You can see their breath slowly start escaping and stopping. A couple of them shudder in a form of cardiac arrest as their heart gives out.
Every time I do it, I hold their hand, and it's a slow process. I disconnect them and hold their hand till they're gone, and move on to the.
All right. You kill everyone in the room.
I release everyone in the room. That's the words I'm looking for here. I release.
That's the justification that may save you from the stains later. Yes.
Thank you.
After you've done, they've been upstairs for a while, so I'm going to go back to them for the moment as you start heading out to join them.
That's totally fine. Yep. I'm guessing that
Okay.
takes like about 10 minutes to do it properly.
To do it properly and with the minimum amount of just like pulling the plug damage, I'd say it's going to take close to 15, 20.
Yeah,
There are 10
fine.
people in here.
Like I said, I will take the most time is to give them everyone a proper like moment and then hold their hand and then say sorry, then move to the next one, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's fair. Alyssa.
Yep.
Ground floor of Eaton Hall.
Yep.
You can see shapes moving around upstairs, flicking back and forth. You can see it's dark outside. Looking through the window, You're on Eaton Hall's grounds.
Okay.
Every part of this looks familiar.
Yeah.
But this is possibly in the early days when you didn't have staff.
Right. Oh gosh. Okay.
Because there's no one else here other than what you would assume to be the people that are being shouted for. You also take the knowledge to heart, at least, that you're not going to bump into yourself because you didn't stop in this part of the house.
Nope. I would have been in the waterhouse.
Malachi has come up behind you and can see what you see.
Wow. Okay, it's been a while. Looking around, trying to get a gauge of exactly what moment in time this might be.
Well, unless I'm very much mistaken on my own timescale, this will have been probably just after the night out.
So that would make it the 11th of May 2019.
Right.
Wow.
It's either that or the 12th. It depends on if it's just after we got back or it's we've got back, had a sleep, and then moved on the next day. So the 11th or 12th, basically.
I'm pretty sure, if the lawkeeper would like to correct me, the point in time, basically it's the point in time where Elizabeth went down and accidentally took a snack.
Ooh, let me have a quick check. Let's see. So I think this is before we turned Bennett.
Bennett?
Yeah. Gareth.
Gareth. That's the one. Gareth Bennett. Yeah.
Well, that isn't going to happen now. He's dead.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Kind of getting that. Yeah, so it'll be the 12th, which is just before. Well, actually, the 12th is the day we turned Gareth. So yeah. There you go.
Be earlier than that, then.
Well, it can only either be the 11th or the 12th. The 11th was the night out.
Then it will have been the 11th. So you've just come back.
So we've just come back. So literally, what has happened is the kiss happened. We returned to Eaton Hall. There was a note in the mailbox about the police inquiry. We burnt all our colours, washed ourselves, and yes. So there you go. That's what that is. This is even before we met Jen and Saffron Godson.
Yeah, this is the night we met Godson.
Well, the day before we meet Godson.
No,
If
we
it's
met
the
Godson.
Oh yeah, we met.
Actually,
We met
coming out
Godson
the
on the
alley.
11th. Yeah, so we've just met Godson.
We've just met Godson.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine that the letter is him saying that he knows what we did last night and he's sorting it out.
No, the note in the mailbox is from the police inquiring about the Domino's delivery girl.
Oh yeah, her. It's the first thing that you did.
Yep. Oh, actually, hang on. Elizabeth drank from the two people on the 10th, which was before the night out.
Then this is before the night out.
So this is the 10th then. Because I've got 10 humans hooked up to medical units. 2 beds have flesh blood on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is before all of that happens.
Mhm.
So this is
the
almost-
day. This is literally the day we turned up. Kind
Yeah.
of. It's the Domino's girl incident.
Ding dong.
And that's Domino's. I'm gonna transform myself into a cat.
I'm gonna go answer the door.
No, I'm transforming myself into a cat.
You can come be a cat, I'm gonna answer the door.
Okay.
Okay. You answer the door. There is a mix of blonde and purple-haired girl who stood there, just looking up. Pizza? Holds up her Domino's.
Oh yeah, thank you very much.
I go outside, just behind the Domino's girl, and I start hissing really loudly because I know that I'm there following the Domino's girl.
So you're gonna hiss at yourself.
Yeah.
Well, could you make me a perception check, please, Alyssa?
I can. Just perception.
Yep. Perception and awareness, sorry.
And awareness.
And then I want you to make me a dexterity and stealth check.
Okay, and a dex and stealth check. Which is
Yep.
8. So here's first 4. Oof. Here's the second 4. Oof. So the perception one was 4, and the dex stealth was also 4. No, 5.
5. Excellent. You don't see yourself slink away.
Bollocks.
As the second one was for Alyssa of this
Evolve.
point. She's looking, the Domino's girl's looking at you intently with, waiting to be paid.
Oh yeah, I rifle through my pockets to see what I've actually
And
got.
find no money. As you've been living in a post-apocalyptic hell zone for 4 years and probably used it to burn for fuel at some point.
I think about it and I think where we kept the money.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, on Arlo's person right now. You haven't even got to check your bank account yet.
This is true. Well, I know that I'm gonna come answer. I'm gonna know that I'm gonna come down and answer the door.
Well, you've already answered the door.
I mean, you would be coming down to answer the door if you hadn't already answered the door.
Yep.
And if a lion hadn't burst into the area and just set the entire chain of events into a spiral.
A lion.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Well, a cat.
I was a lion before.
No. The giant lion person that scared Elizabeth off upstairs.
Oh yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not coming down because there's a giant lion downstairs.
Who's just answered the door. Effectively. So, as far as they're aware, a giant lion has answered the door because they can't see anything else.
Oh, yeah.
As far as Alyssa's aware, a random guy is already in your house and has answered the door. So Alyssa's going to go get her rifle.
Yep.
I'm gonna, as a cat, I'm gonna go very quickly to the water house.
Okay.
Um,
You go chasing off towards the water house.
Yep.
Answer me a question, because this is going to get weird quickly. Displaying a level of intelligence as a cat who has basically already seen, or at least hissed in the direction of Alyssa, how would Alyssa handle that situation?
that's a good question. I mean, it's a cat.
But then a weird bloke has also.
Who has already seen someone once, a weird bloke has answered, and who the cat is now bombing towards the water house to an area where I assume you keep all the guns.
I mean, you are absolutely right. She would grab her rifle. You are 100% correct.
Yes, but the cat's also now heading roughly in that direction as well.
Yep.
And Alyssa can still see because she has to move relatively slowly while invisible.
Yeah, I know.
So she's just tearing off towards the direction she was heading towards. What would Alyssa's reaction be to that cat that has already identified past a discipline?
Probably. Why is there a cat running towards my house?
Would the question go off in Alyssa's head for the fact of maybe that's a ghoul?
No. No, she wouldn't think it was a ghoul, that's for certain. But she would generally be intrigued about a cat. A cat. Not a cactus. She would generally be intrigued about the cat, though.
Okay.
Wary, but intrigued.
Then I would say that once she's officially out of sight of the ability to create a masquerade breach, she will then decloak and chase the cat.
That's fine, because I'm gonna run, and then I'm gonna transform back into me.
I will deal with that horrifying mess in a minute.
Yep. Snake. Time.
Joseph, about this point in time, you come upstairs.
Oh, this is a nice place.
You can see Malachi answering the door to a woman with a pizza in her hand, and starts looking around for money.
Kai, I thought we were doing burgers, not pizza. This is a different metaphor now.
Pizza will have to do, and you've already eaten. Don't be greedy.
Oh, I'm actually quite full, thank you.
There we go.
Also, this is too nice for the ending of the world place to be. This makes no sense.
Do you have any money on you, by the way?
We've not needed money for almost many years now. I lost track of counting, remember? Wait a sec, I can do a thing. Wait a sec, watch this. I walk over to the pizza lady and cloud her memory, thinking, so she thinks we've already paid.
Okay, she nods, hands the pizza over, and leaves.
I take a slice of pizza and start eating it, because I can eat food.
Fair enough.
So random.
I
know the
spent
worst
money
part
on
of all
advantage,
this?
I'm using it.
And I wave her off.
The worst part of all this is, Alyssa, you remember being chased.
Uh-huh.
Malachi, you remember Elizabeth coming up to you and explaining about the lion person.
Oh, God.
Don't take the law's name. We might be in purgatory. Let's not do that.
From this point in time until this weirdness ends, whatever you do, we'll start rewriting history.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Where the bloody hell are we?
You were in the labyrinth.
Uh,
The labyrinth cares not for time. And someone did say a very, very passionate thing the last time they were in the labyrinth. Do you remember? At the end of last session?
Very
Because I remember. Would you like me to repeat it? It's been all I've been thinking about for weeks. I really miss Eaton Hall.
Ah.
bollocks. But I do miss eating whole.
As always,
Well.
it's G's fault.
Now you're back.
Yeah, let's stay here forever.
Oh, there's no option. You've time travelled.
Oh my god, are we legit time travelled? What?
Oh, for my
The
lord.
labyrinth cares not for time.
The labyrinth cares not for Gehenna. Well,
Although all of that stuff's still ahead of you.
Unless we stop it.
unless we stop it.
Well, let's be perfectly honest here. You've already massively uprooted this time stream on the grounds of you are no longer investigated by the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm actually gonna have to go back to like season 1 notes here.
I did a good deed.
You did a good deed.
I did.
Wait for it.
You'd be really
Okay.
proud.
Go on.
So proud.
Okay.
You can't see the giant smile on my face, but please assume it's there.
What have you done?
Do you remember, like I said, they were on a bad place?
Yes.
I let them go free.
Ah. Right.
Luckily, this is just a hallucination, and we'll go back to the real world any minute, right?
I'm. Right. Note to self: alternative food source for past me.
This pizza's really nice.
This, yeah. The thing is, everything we're doing here, I can remember because this is sort of my past.
Malachi, there are massive holes in your memory now.
Do you want me to
Mostly
do that?
around the points in time where certain things can't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything with Gareth can't happen.
Mm-hmm. Everything involving those people in the woods can't happen. So I don't go to the labyrinth the first time.
Which means I don't go follow you. Which means I don't get Excalibur.
That means you don't get Lunar Exalted. I don't get Abyssal Exalted. None of this happens.
Nope.
Well, guess that's the end of the universe. Guess I'll just go die then.
Right, try the pizza. It's really nice.
Screw it, and I eat some pizza.
It's a Domino's.
It's a meat feast. If I remember
Considering
correctly.
it was in fact a meat feast.
Yeah.
That's what we ordered. That's what I ordered. I finally get to eat the pizza I ordered.
When did you order it? We only came into the thing a few minutes.
May 10th, 2019.
That's not the year.
I'm eating the pizza.
Also, who was the person killing everybody and the rage and the crying and the who said sorry?
Person killing everybody.
Yeah, some really angry person, and then he said sorry. There's some crying, and it was rage and horrible, horrible.
Wait, when was that?
When I was in the tunnels.
Right, because that happened after this. So
What did?
so the further we go down the oh shit.
What?
I go looking for Alyssa.
I'll get the pizza.
You're going to take the assumption that Alyssa's probably in the water house.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Alyssa. Oh, I've got so many notes to read.
You and me both. I'm literally flicking through my notebook.
I don't know anything. It's great.
So you head to the water house. What was your intention on heading there?
So my intention was to basically get into the water house and get some of my clothes from my wardrobe.
Okay. Easy enough to find. You've not got many. Most of the girls that you've barely purchased any.
It's mostly the same outfit about 5 times, which is black combats, a black vest top, a jacket, and a black pair of combat boots.
That is fair, but unless I'm also very much mistaken, you showed up with a backpack.
No.
You didn't show up with any suitcases, I know that much.
No, I showed up with a sports bag. Because I also had a bunch of weapons in there.
There's maybe... Yeah, and the weapons took up a lot of space.
I still had at least a few sets of the same clothes.
You've got about 2-3 sets of the same clothes.
Yeah.
Very tightly packed.
Yeah.
And this is why after you head to the wardrobe, you kind of realise that it's empty. Because you haven't unpacked yet.
Yeah, in that case, I'll go and find my bag.
You start looking around, eventually spot that sports bag. About the point in time Alyssa walks in. And it's weird, because it's been a while since you've seen your Nosferatu face. But it's now looking down at you in cat form.
Eh?
It's now looking down at you in cat form.
No,
no, you transformed back, haven't you?
I changed out.
So it's looking at you in your nude-ass state then.
Yeah. And knowing old Alyssa would have probably blushed to hell, because, by God.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now here's the question. Do you think you can roleplay with yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Game on then.
Proceed.
Do you literally just want me to conversation with myself?
Yeah.
Oh my god, sweet. So without turning around whilst I am rummaging through the sports bag, picking out the combat pants and the vest top and the boots and stuff, I'm just gonna start talking, but I'm not gonna turn around.
Okay. Go for it.
So I know right now you're probably very confused and you are probably blushing and probably looking away because that's exactly what I would have done. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you. I just want some clothes. Well, you could have got clothes from somewhere else. Also, who are you? You could see me when I was using my powers and you ran straight here like you knew what this was. That's because I did know what this is, and that's because I did see you. Not exactly hard, especially when you know what you're looking for. As for who I am, I don't think I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure I'm already breaking a lot of laws just by being here and even talking to you, even though I'm not looking at you. Trust me, it's probably for the best that you don't know who I am. Just let me get the clothes and I will be out your way and you can continue defending Eaton Hall with the rest of the ragtag group. Wait, you know that I'm here with others. Yes, I just said that. You're here, you're on a job, you're here to look after Eaton Hall. I know. Don't worry about it. Just continue what you're doing. Let me grab the clothes. I'll be gone. Yeah, see, you're right. I'm here to defend Eaton Hall, and you're currently trespassing, and I'm security. So, you're going to tell me exactly who you are. Otherwise, I'm going to fill you full of holes. By gods, I miss being able to do that. No, but seriously, it's probably not a good idea that you attempt to fill me with holes. It's not good for you or for me. I'm serious. Turn around, put your hands up, otherwise I'm gonna shoot. Pretty sure you're not, because if I'm correct, you haven't got a gun on you. Because you went out to distract the Dominoes girl by knocking her out, and you didn't take your gun with you. Because, well, I'm looking at your guns. They're in this bag. You haven't unpacked yet. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'm generally stumped. I don't know what to do now. No, I know you don't. Trust me, you'll learn in the time. So I'm going to get these. And you're going to close your eyes. And I'm going to leave. Trust me, this is good for everyone. Okay? Oh, and...
There is no further response.
Oh.
Carry on as you were.
Also, when you go out tomorrow, because you will go out tomorrow, don't go out hungry and don't set drinks alight. It's not good. Although, no, wait, do that. Things need to happen. Also, he's a really good kisser. Keep that in mind.
That all fell on deaf ears because she is no longer there.
Shit. Oh, and I was enjoying role-playing with myself.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just you spent too long talking to yourself and you erased past Alyssa.
Yeah. Oops.
You are now primary Alyssa.
Yep. I also...
only Alyssa.
To be fair, I'm 100% certain that Alyssa, old Alyssa, would have done exactly what I just did. She wouldn't have let her go, so...
dead to rights, exactly as it should have been.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm going to turn around and... shit. So...
There's a set of clothes on the floor as Alyssa has been basically Thanos'd away.
Oh, pardon me. Fuck. I don't know what to do now.
I was going after Alyssa, wasn't I?
You were.
At what point do
Eventually, you make it into the waterhouse. To hear the phrase "fuck, fuck, 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 fuck." What do I do now?
I pee around the corner?
This is in there, and there is a set of clothes on the floor.
Are you okay?
I think I might have accidentally erased past me.
Oh no, you looked at you, didn't you?
Well, I didn't, but I did talk to them.
What you? So you don't even have to look at yourself. Back to the Future is bullshit.
What's Back to the Future?
Oh my lord, really? Back to the Future.
Nope.
It's a classic. Dr. Emmett Brown.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Kai.
Great Scott.
No.
Okay.
What?
Never mind.
So...
I think I figured out how we get out of this mess.
Do you? Because I just kind of killed myself. Which makes me question, how am I still here? That's really confusing. I thought if you killed your past self, your future would disappear. Oh, no.
Well, if you kill your past self, your future disappears unless you are the future now. But the other thing that I thought about is Joseph was telling me that earlier down the hall, he heard what I imagined to be future events. I mean, future to now, not future to where we were. It's still past to where we were. This is really confusing.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. Surprisingly, I heard a wonderful little gem from our history in the form of Arlo saying, "Do I look like the face of fucking mercy?" So, you know.
Yeah, so that's in the future to here. That's in the past to where we were. So we're going back by going forward. So if we go back, we're going back forward, so we can go back to the future.
You lost me.
Joseph, you've come up with Malachi, and did that make any sense to you?
I'm just looking around going, this is a nice place.
I understand. Carry on.
I mean, seriously, you've never seen that film?
Kai, I didn't have a childhood, nor did I have an adulthood.
Yeah, and we're not going to have a future unless we go back now.
Well, how do we go back?
We go back down the stairs and through the cellar, and we try and get back into wherever the hell we were.
I mean, I knocked a wall that was behind me when we were coming forward, and that was just black.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. One question.
What?
Yeah?
So you're actually saying we've gone back in time?
Yeah.
So let's do the right thing and stop all the bad things from happening. Let's be heroes.
Like, you see, the bad things that are happening... Oh, we could stop all the bad things that are happening. Yes.
Then let's do that then.
We also might cease to exist.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
Well, no. If we cease to exist and leave a better world, that's a good thing.
He's got a point, actually.
Let's not be selfish. You know, we could stop the apocalypse, but we might die. But stop it.
I mean, you're not actually wrong. The problem that we have is that, well, Alyssa's already gone all back to the future on us.
which means all the bad stuff that Alyssa does won't happen.
No, I think it just means I have to do it now, but
Or
That's-
don't do it.
oh, I mean, if let me see if I can understand this weird bullshit that's happening. If the past me, and I point to the clothes on the floor, if past me no longer exists and I am now the prime me for this timeline, that would mean I would have to do all of the things that past me did in order to make
None
sure...
of which you can currently remember because they were all erased from your memory the second she disappeared.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Do you have the leadership of Matrix?
What?
Well, now you're the Prime. Now Optimus is dead. You're Rodimus. So you need to be given the Unicron of the Matrix leadership thing. It should be in your chest. Check if you've got a big shiny thing in your...
No, this isn't.
What?
This is
What are you talking about?
This is Back to the Future. That's the wrong film.
But no, she's the Prime now. So the other Prime's died. So he's dead. So you're now Optimus.
I have no idea what's happening.
Okay.
One thing I do know for certain, if I am now Alyssa of this timeline, I'm not Nosferatu.
No.
Wait, you're definitely Prime because you turn into a different thing. So you're definitely a Transformer. See, it's not Back to the Future. It's definitely Transformers a movie.
No, Joseph, those are Animorphs. Anyway, it's completely off topic, and we need to sort out this time nonsense before we start getting into which franchise we're in.
Okay. Stop with this whole time franchise film. I don't know, whatever. The point is, I'm not Nosferatu, meaning I can't do the things that I probably did in my past as I did as that Alyssa. I'm now this Alyssa. And unless I am suddenly Nosferatu and I am no longer a Lunar Exalted, which, as I'm touching my face, I'm pretty sure I'm not, means things are going to happen very differently.
Do you remember what Hulk says in that film? That this is now the future present. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to what the Hulk said, but this is not the past. It's not the present and the future. I can't remember. He had glasses though.
Okay, can I make one request here, guys? Can we stop with the movie references? I have not seen many movies. Most of these are absolutely beyond me, okay? So no more movie analogy comparisons, because it really isn't helping.
You didn't even see Endgame? Wow. I mean, you really didn't watch anything.
No, it's not happening. It's yeah. So you Thanos yourself. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop. Try really hard to stop making movie references right now.
Wait, have we jumped in a hot tub? Did anyone see a hot tub when we was walking around?
No, it's not Hot Tub Time Machine. That's
okay, guys. There's one more really, really, really important thing we have to deal with here. I'm here. Old Alyssa is not, but Arlo and Elizabeth are here.
Yeah, and they're going to see you, and they are not going to know what's happened because
wait,
you were not to.
Exactly.
Alyssa, is that guy still in your head, Alyssa?
Oh, you mean Arlo?
Is he still there?
Let me have a check. Arlo.
There is an empty couch with a half-eaten bottle of popcorn, a sign which reads Cave of the Pussy with an underscored Slayer, and a bunch of cushions, but no sign of Arlo.
Wow.
There's a flushing sound, and 2 minutes later he comes back in. What I miss?
And for a moment, I actually thought I was free of you.
Oh, harsh!
I'm joking.
Are you, though?
A little bit. To answer your question, Joseph, yes, he is still there. Which makes this even more complicated, because I have an Arlo in my head, Malachi is here, and we also have past Arlo, before all this shit happened.
That's three of us.
Wait, what?
Maybe if you kiss Arlo really hard, you'll spread that thing back into him via your saliva.
In my head, I'm just gonna, materialize as myself, and I'm just kind of putting my hands together, just... How long were you in the imaginary toilet?
I mean, I was totally doing it for a bit, but I wasn't paying attention for the last 10, 15 minutes I was in some sort of rest.
Okay. We're in 2019.
There's a moment of silence. A couple of blinks. A slight head tilt.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep.
That means... And then... And this... What date?
The 10th of May.
And where am I?
I'm gonna guess you're in the main building of Eaton Hall, probably hiding in your bedroom.
Have you confirmed that?
Nope.
Because if what you're saying is true, and, you know, I kind of know you can't exactly lie, you've just left two kindred to their own devices in that house with a direct phone line to Lord Camden.
Coin drops. Shit. Although in saying that, hang on. Did we have a direct line to Lord Camden? Because if we did, we never fucking used it.
No.
There was a phone in the house, but it was a rotary phone.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure none of us actually knew Lord Camden's phone number.
He gave you a card that said if there was any issues.
Did he? Did he really? Because it isn't written down in the notes.
It's how you checked on your staff.
Yeah, no it's not. But I will allow you to have this one for now. Because it's not written in the notes, therefore it doesn't exist.
The archives must be incomplete.
Yes, the archives seem to be missing some vital data. Please hold.
How would you know? You don't have any of that data anymore.
Oh god, don't make me burn my notebook. Speaking of notes, actually, whilst I'm still in my head, I'm going to summon my filing cabinet and I'm going to open it and stare at the vast fields of fucking notes, as I'm going to assume all of my information has gone.
It has, in fact. Pre here, it's still here.
Yeah, but
Post.
anything. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
Fantastic. Slam that shut. Okay.
The next part that's going to worry, says Arlo, is the fact that if they're making the phone calls I think they're making, because it's what I'd do, we don't want to be stood around here,
Nope.
considering they're going to just assume you're a werewolf.
Well, I mean, the last time a werewolf turned up, things didn't turn out too bad.
Nobody found Lord
Last time werewolf turned up, you didn't call for Lord Camden.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Might want to tell everyone else this.
Boys, I think we might need to go back to the main house.
Okay. Reasoning?
Well, there's Arlo and Elizabeth who technically do have a phone line to Lord Camden.
Right.
Granted, hopefully, you know, they don't ring him. We should probably go and deal with that.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
We go meddle further with ourselves.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what
I
so far.
kind of have a feeling that we may need to live in this timeline, and I have a feeling we may need to remove Arlo and Elizabeth in order for that to work. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm going to be honest. I'm just spitballing ideas here.
I'm sorry. How am I supposed to pass as a vampire?
Oh, by the way, I'm not there, by the way.
What do you mean you're not there?
No? Where are you?
Look at our text. things that I went off exploring while you were talking because Joseph was like curious about the rest of the house.
So Joseph has basically gone to the main house.
Oh, Joseph has gone off exploring, yes. My apologies, I was looking in a completely different direction. So you
no.
just started wandering around the waterhouse.
Basically, I'm wandering around this big house that we're in.
Okay. It's just the water house. There's nothing else in there at the moment. So, that's fine. Okay, we really need to think about what we're doing here.
Yeah. I'm trying to have a good think about what the hell we can do to proceed. Because I already did this once, and it wasn't fun the first time.
Well, I can't remember any of that, so...
You want me to write it down for you?
Most of it is completely spotty in your brain as well, to be honest, Malachi. There's been that much changed with that much of a catastrophic knock-on effect, up to the point in time where you're never going to meet Godson. That, yeah, most of your past has erased itself.
I'm not sure how we fix this.
No, because I'm trying to think about what happened and I can't. Like really vague details, but it's getting spotty.
I'm still rather confused about the fact that I'm still here and I'm still me. I would have assumed that if, past me had disappeared, then none of the things would have happened to make me me.
Yeah.
That's what's confusing me.
You hear a voice in your head just sort of pipe up a little. Why would that happen?
What do you mean, why would that happen?
Well, it's not your past anymore, it's your future.
I don't follow. I'm not very good with time travel.
You're basically a paradox. Watch some Doctor Who.
You're your own grandma.
Basically, the events that brought you into play have stopped existing, but they're a timeline thing that's a separate timeline to this one now. You have moved into a completely different timeline, thus meaning that your future cannot affect your past, but you can affect your future.
So anything that we do now is still technically affecting the future?
There is a general set of events that will probably play out near enough to or close to what has happened in your timeline.
And we need to play those
However,
events.
No, you can do what you like. Just know the fact that there'll be different consequences. It's not going to affect your past because your past has gone. You can't reset that. That's done. Unless you can scare off that girl and show up in the house and scare Elizabeth and from what I understand it, murder the crap out of 10 people.
Wait, what?
You're stuck. Were you not listening? That did happen in the same room, right? Am I transferring between people's heads again?
I feel like you might be because
Yeah.
definitely wasn't there for that.
Oh. Okay, mild spoiler warning. I've never been completely unconnected from Malachi.
Wait, have you been dipping into Malachi's head without him knowing?
Not a lot.
Hey, you... I can't even hear that, can I?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been getting stronger the moment since you guys actually got into the same area. It's how both of you two could see me before. Remember when I pimp slapped the pair of you and knocked your heads together?
Yes, I'm well aware of the event you're speaking of.
Did you wonder why there was two of you involved in that?
No, I wasn't. But the whole, dipping yourself into Malachi's head.
Yeah, it's not intentional. It's just I am sort of a part of his psyche.
Well, if it's not intentional, I guess I can't yell at you.
That's not like I've gone to do it deliberately. Also, just for reference, and let's be honest here, it's really, really weird to have been stuck in your head while you two did what you two did in that cabin. It's like the ultimate form of narcissism.
Well, you were a pretty narcissistic person when you were Arlo.
At no point in time was I planning on sleeping with myself.
I wouldn't have put it past you.
Touche. Look, the point is, yes, I've been mildly overhearing bits of Malachi, and your friend Joseph might have euthanasiaed your entire larder.
Oh, bollocks. So, okay.
So, what I was trying to say is that we went full right. So we've gone forward, which has brought us back. If we go back, we could go forward.
I think we may have to stay here and go forward. I think we may need to relive. Yeah, I know it's going to take ages, but Joseph's kind of right in a way. If we're here, then we can, possibly change things for good. We might change things for worse, but we don't know unless we try. There's not exactly much else we can do, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think we can go back, because back was literally oblivion.
Right. So, you've managed to replace yourself. I'm not even sure if I can replace myself.
Yeah, that's a good point, because you're not you.
Nope.
So I don't know how that's gonna work. Because whilst you are a version of Arlo, you're not the physical representation of Arlo, because, he got his shirts dropped on him.
Yep, because reincarnation and all that jazz.
And how does Joseph fit into this? I mean, Joseph technically can't erase any of this past for himself, because he doesn't exist here.
No, he's a complete outlier.
So...
I mean, he does.
What do you mean he does?
Are you honestly telling me, Alyssa, that you think 24-odd-year-old males spring out of flowers?
No, that's not what I meant. What I meant is that he's not here in Cheshire.
He's not. Then that just means you'd have to go looking, wouldn't it? Because he's probably somewhere still in Alaska.
Well, that's fine. He can stay in Alaska.
Fair enough.
I don't really see the point in us travelling all the way to Alaska to find Pastor Joseph, to erase him and make this Joseph the Joseph of this timeline. Unless we really need to.
I think there's one thing you're seemingly forgetting. In this timeline, you have a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't know if we should go and find Arlo and Elizabeth. I'm really not sure.
No, I'm not sure whether we should screw this up anymore, but at the same time, I don't see that we have any other options.
I mean, we could leave, but that's probably... No matter which way we look at it, it's going to be difficult, because neither of us are kindred. Neither of us have the right to hold domain here, because we're not kindred, which means we can't deal with the whole thing that Lord Camden sent us here to do.
Yep. So I guess the only thing that we can do is leave Elizabeth and Arlo to get on with the stuff here.
And hope that they just assume Alyssa up and left?
I guess.
Well...
I mean, it's not like you don't have previous.
True.
Yeah, it happens eventually anyway, right?
Okay, so... Shall we find Joseph and then leave, I guess? And allow Arlo and Elizabeth to carry out certain events without our interference?
I feel like that's probably the safest thing that we can do.
Hmm.
And it seems like they might actually have a shot at doing this right this time.
You think? Well,
Well, I
actually,
mean-
no, I kind of... You're right, they probably do. I'm not here to make everything worse.
That's not what I was saying at all.
I know it wasn't, but it's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm not sure how things are going to turn out for them.
I mean, I guess we could watch from afar. We could stay in...
We've replaced you. I don't really want to replace me. Not going to work out that way.
Yeah. I guess we can stay in Chester. Because technically, you, as Malachi, will be in Doncaster, right?
Oh crap, I will.
Yeah. So we can stay in Chester, because you're not here, and Joseph isn't here,
Wait,
and I've already erased myself.
what if instead of replacing Arlo, I go and replace Malachi?
But then you would be in the service of the Prince of Doncaster.
Yeah. And I'd also be a Solar Exalted.
Yeah, but...
And
What's
he
the-
would know.
Yeah, but what... I think he would, though. I don't
How
think...
quickly?
I don't know. I don't know what abilities the Prince of Doncaster actually had. And he did have a lot of people working for him. I'm pretty sure they could find out pretty
I know
quickly.
he was a Premier and I knew that he could ward everything.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he has other people who could probably, you know, look at you and go, well, you're not a ghoul.
Yeah, well, how quickly are they going to figure out that their ghouls run away?
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
A little bit. I guess the first
And
thing...
if they do suddenly figure out that they're a ghoul, then I just flare up and cook them all to dust.
Okay, that seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, but I mean, time traveling back to this point and becoming our versions of our past selves is also pretty extreme.
We should really go and find Joseph because we've left him a long time, and at this point, I don't know where he is. So, I'm gonna grab this bag and we're gonna go and look for Joseph.
Okay, yeah, let's go look for Joseph.
Joseph, you've managed to make your way back into the main house.
Fuck.
Yay! Well, there's some nice new friends in here for me to meet.
You are currently stood facing a woman in a business suit with a black rimmed pair of glasses who has talons currently out and they're pointed at you, and a relatively well dressed looking gentleman who's just looking you up and down. The part of Arlo this evening will be played by Arlo.
Nah.
Dan?
Hello.
Excuse me?
Hi.
Who are you and what exactly are you doing in my haven?
Oh, I'm from the future. It's fine. Or your past. Or your
Where's
present.
the...
I use Auspex on Joseph to scry his soul and figure out that he's a Malkavian, and then I go, Malkavians.
You
How do
use
you
Scry the Soul. You find out he's a Malkavian, and he is under the effect of the discipline temporis.
Hold on a second.
As in time travel.
Yeah, no, I understand what temporis is. This is just my reaction in character.
That was more for the audience.
Okay.
I didn't know that one.
Oh yeah, no, this is real. I just made this up because I was bored.
Oh, good.
Damn it.
So yeah, I'm from the future, like I just said, and now I'm stuck here in your present, my past. It's all a bit confusing.
Elizabeth, I'm looking at him and
Yeah.
this sort of checks out.
Wait. If you're Elizabeth, Does that make you Arlo?
Yes.
Why did you end up living in Alyssa's head? That's really weird. I don't know. Why did you do that? That was really odd.
What do you mean living in Alyssa's head? I don't live in Alyssa's head. Alyssa
So
lives
much-
in a water house.
You were so much nicer when you lived in her head as well. You were less pretty looking, but nice.
I mean, I like to think I'm nice now.
You could be nicer. Like my best friend Malachi. He's really nice. You're nothing like him.
Your best. Who's Malachi?
My best friend.
Okay. And is he here as well?
Arlo, there's a moment, very briefly, when you know exactly who Malachi is. It disappears after about 5 seconds.
Oh
Malachi.
yeah, he's in the other house. Do you want to come meet him?
I think I would.
He's my best friend.
This is really odd, but I feel like I know him.
Do you want some pizza? I've got a little bit left.
I can't eat pizza. I can't eat food.
I used to say that, but then I just trained myself to be better at it.
Yeah, not really one of the things that I'm focusing on right now.
Can you tell your friend to put her claws away? I'm not. I'm a thinker, not a fighter.
Elizabeth,
Yeah?
this is going to sound really weird, but the Malkavian is actually onto something, and I'm really confused about it. But I think we should probably just parlay.
You see
I
the
love that film.
claws slowly start to retract. Arlo, you're, again, for the next 5 seconds, you know exactly who Malachi is and who Abyssal Arlo is.
How on earth does that happen?
I don't know yet. Well, you can come ask him. Follow me. I'll show you. This way. And I start leading him back to the other house.
As you turn around, there is a very weird sound, followed by Elizabeth yelling out Arlo's name. And when you turn back around, there's a pile of clothes. And that's it.
I didn't do that.
You did though.
I totally did, but I
Malachi, all of your Arlo memories have been erased. But before I go, a question for you before we leave for the evening. Did Arlo call Lord Camden?
I don't think he would have. Not the first night that he's here. At no point while I was playing originally did I go, well, this has escalated, we're going to call Lord Camden.
That's fair.
And it
So
did
it's
escalate pretty hard.
just Therese then you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Because Amy would have it a heartbeat.
Yeah. I'm aware of that. Oh, God.
That's where we'll end for tonight, I think.